And welcome back to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga. Last time we finished up all the puzzles in Destiny World, Coordinate 136, whatever you want to call it, and we're just on the final stretch to the top to finally confront Mick and hopefully get Sera back. That is the whole reason we're here, after all. Now, I've taken the liberty of getting my skill sets already set up for the purpose of fighting Mick. What I've got is... let's just take this guy out real quick with the Mudo. What I've got is Surf and Gale set up with... oh well. Not a big deal. Surf and Gale are set up with Zanma and Aguilau and the corresponding boost skills. They're going to be the main damage dealers in the fight. I want those skills in particular because, of course, that's what Mick is weak to. And I have Argilla at the front of the party. What she's going to do is she's going to taunt on the first turn. Then, with the press turn advantages, I'm going to get, and as you can see, Gale mastered Sera there. I don't really care about that at the moment. With the press turn advantages I'm going to get from Surf and Gale, I'm going to have her do a Tarunda just to keep his damage from getting too out of hand. It'll all come together once you see it in action. Because we've got some Tier 2 skills, in particular Aguilau and Zanma, we now have Tier 2 multi-targeting spells, so let's hit these Jack Frost with Maragion. As you can see, they are no match for it. I figure we're in the home stretch. No need to worry too much about how these encounters bog us down. I've got the A-team running here. Argilla also has Medea set just for some additional help with healing in case I need it. And this guy... actually, I took Foul Breath off of Argilla, so she doesn't have access to it. Oof. This guy has a pretty lousy magic stat. That wasn't even a weakness there. Yeah, now that we're into Tier 2 magic with the corresponding boost, and especially once we get access to the amps, Surf is going to be doing some ludicrous damage due to how high his magic is. Once you get into the Tier 2 stuff... oh, hey, we got a new enemy here. This is the Jin. I think he's weak to Zio. I'm pretty sure he is. We'll just see what happens when I have Surf casted on him. Yeah, Mudo has slight... yep, weak to Zio. Mudo has a slight chance of missing, but not enough that I won't go for it. It'll, oof, that was unlucky. Once you get up to Mudon and you're targeting a weakness, that will always hit. I actually don't use instant death too much in this game, though, because, well, in this game it's only the one element, so it's much more easily blocked out, but also it's just not that much more effective than using standard magic. Well, we're at the terminal here, and this is the last terminal of Coordinate 136, so got any business to take care of, any saves to make, which I'll make a safety save just in case. Yeah, we'll just, we don't have much money, so we'll just work on a cheap one. Once I liquidate all my cells, we'll have a lot more money, and we're actually going to be using a lot of that quickly, because we'll have a lot more mantras to develop before we get to the next major area. Just to overwrite our save here. Alright. Now let's get on with the fight. Well, of course, as you'd probably expect, there's a bit of cutscenes to get through before we get to the fight. Just one last bedroom here. Kind of a weird room, doesn't seem to be anything in here. Oh well. Now, our targets are out on the balcony. Let's go.
Surf!
Oh, how nice. You came all this way so that I could devour you. Come on, let's hear you sing, and if you do a good job, I'll bring you along to Nirvana.
Who'd want to go with you?
Oh, you don't like me. Well, if you're not going to cooperate, then... maybe I'll snap your little neck right now.
Get your grubby hands off her! I'll tear you apart, you fat freak!
All right. Come and get a piece of me.
Here's a little something for last time.
You?
If you want the girl back, then kill your leader.
What?
Maybe we'll reward you and your sweetheart with a trip to Nirvana. Mick doesn't give a damn about her, and neither do I. Once we're there, she's all yours. And listen carefully. Do as I say, and it'll be worth your while.
Heat, no! You can't trust that traitor.
I knew this was coming. Now we'll know for sure who's superior.
Heat! Stop!
Don't move, maggots!
There is no alternative. Defeat him, Surf.
Alright, we've got our next dialogue option that actually affects something in the sequel if we select the right choice. Now, for this one, we have to select the first choice, and I believe I mentioned this before, but every choice to cause effects in Digital Devil Saga 2, it's always the first one. But this is part of a multi-dialogue chain where you always have to pick the first option, and if you pick the first option at every dialogue juncture that affects it, you get a little secret in Digital Devil Saga 2. Well, I guess a more significant secret, but we'll get there when we get there. That's in the far-off future. But for now, we'll say, no, I can't. And we are thrust into battle. Now, Heat's just gonna shrug off that knife wound and immediately go into his monster form, where that doesn't impede him nearly as much. Surf's gonna transform here, but because we said no, I can't, this is not much of a battle. Surf is just gonna stand there and take these punches. Now, on a playthrough where I didn't invest in Vitality at all and just put in Surf Strength, this fight was actually over in 3 punches because he just didn't have the defense or the HP to survive these punches.
Act like you're losing. I'll get Sera back.
No, you don't. I don't think so, girly.
What the?
My ears!
Let go of me.
Sera!
You witch!
Hey, nice catch. Now just don't drop her.
I really thought you were better than this, Mick. Guess I was wrong, huh?
What?
I'm going to join the brutes. It's been my plan all along.
I knew it!
Don't move, moron, or I'll crush your skull.
Gotcha.
Cielo!
Easy doesn't. Get out of here.
Where are you going?
Surf? What was it he'd said he'd do back there?
Now this dialogue choice does not affect anything, but we can't leave Heat hanging, now can we? Let's just,
Yep. We'll tear you apart, you fat freak!
And we are thrust into our next boss battle against Mick the Slug himself in his demon form, Ashurarahu. Alright, like I said, what I'm gonna start off with is a taunt. Didn't really restore our MP, but it shouldn't affect anything too much, at least not for Surf and Gale. And he actually has two parts. He has his body, and he has his head. The head is weak to force, the body is weak to fire. We're gonna start on the head, because the head is by far the more dangerous thing, and as you can see, yeah, Surf's damage there, pretty good, and Gale's is not too shabby either. Now, to keep their physical damage from being a little too much, we're gonna cast a Tarunda, just to bring that down a little bit, and one more Zanma. There we go. That's already put a nice dent in him. Now, the way this fight works, the head is going to grab one of our party members, and unfortunately it took Gale, so we lost a heavy hitter there, but that's not too bad. The body is going to Dragon Quake us, and that does some earth damage, but it's magic-based, and, well, Argilla resists it, and she has good magic. Surf has incredible magic, so it doesn't do too much. Now, we're just gonna blast the head to get it to let go of Gale. As you can see, it's gonna absorb a little bit of his HP, but we should be able to outpace that healing and take it out. Yeah, Gale is unfortunately trapped there. One more blast of Zanma, though. Oh, even just Zan. Alright, well, now we get to just go to town on his body. As you can see, he does not stand much of a chance after that. He'll go for an Earthquake here, but that is nothing to worry about. You know what, let's just focus on blasting him down. The body actually has considerably less HP than the head. Yep, he's already down. And once again, I just took that fight out like it ain't no thing. But hey, look at that money. Lots of good experience there. Mantras are doing pretty good too. And let's see what we got on level ups here. Alright. And of course for Surf, he's on an even level. Getting close to that magic cap. Afterwards, we'll be able to diversify our stat picks a little bit. Nice! Ah, that's perfect.
Here you go, brother.
Well, it looks like Bat got away.
We will meet him again. He is strong. He would make a better ally than Cielo.
Oh, come on! I totally saved Sera back there!
Are you joking? Bat makes me sick.
Yeah, what she said?
What is joking?
As far as I know, it means you aren't serious.
I do not comprehend.
Surf! Surf! I'm sorry. Oh, you're hurt.
Yeah, he don't understand self-control.
Well, at least everyone's all right now. I'm sorry. I came here to help. But I've only created problems. There really isn't anywhere I belong.
Hey, why you say that, Sera?
You've got a place to stay. Well, I mean, we're, you know.
We're comrades, am I right?
Yeah, that's it.
Comrades?
That's right.
I do not comprehend.
Oh, hush. That's enough from you.
Hey, say something, Surf.
Anyway, another dialogue choice here, and again, this one does not affect anything, but we can't be cold to Sera, now can we? Come on, guys. What do you think I am here? But with all said and done, now we have Cielo in our party. Cielo is a character who gets a bit of a bad rap, but honestly, I like him quite a bit. I think he's perfectly suited to the way I play this game. The big problem with him, as you may notice under his weakness there, he is weak to ailments, and that can be very inconvenient in many sections of the game. However, you can easily get around this by just, well, paying attention to what you fight and slapping the corresponding nullification skill, but even then, just having a nullification skill for a given ailment type on any character, since the vast majority of ailment attacks are multi-target, kind of covers that weakness pretty well anyway, so I don't really consider it as big a problem as many people make it out to be. Plus, he's not weak to any of the standard elements, which is actually really useful, and Elec is a reasonably common thing that gets thrown against you. The other problem with Cielo is that he's not really going to set the world on fire with any of his stats. He prioritizes agility and luck, which are not amazing statistics in this game, and he just has decent magic. But I always need kind of a third-wheel support character, and due to his kind of weird specializations, I actually find Cielo to be very well suited to that. Additionally, because of his high agility and luck, he actually offsets the ambush and first strike rate of the enemies we come across quite well, especially given how lopsided Surf and Gale are, so I'm probably going to be making pretty good use of him throughout this playthrough. And what we're going to do before we head to the next area is we're actually going to spend some time getting Cielo's mantras up, because another problem he has is that he does not come in with a good spread of mantras, though he does come in pretty far along the Elec chain. Gale here has devised a plan for us to trap the brutes. It's time for us to finally strike back at our opponents. And it looks like Cielo has noticed a place that we can set a perfect trap. Now, we'll head there eventually, but going there, once you enter it, you cannot leave it until your business there is done. Let's just take a look at Cielo's skills real quick. As you can see, he's up to Mazionga, and he's got Elec Boost equipped. So he does pretty good electric damage, and if you wanted to, you could set him on the mantra for learning Zeodyne right now, and that actually would be pretty good, but I don't think I'll do that. What I'm going to have Cielo focus on is buffing and debuffing magic, and hopefully I'll be able to get him up to having the Deikaja and Dekunda skills naturally. Now, we've got a couple of orders of side business before we head on to the next main area. The brutes, if you were talking to all the different tribes at the Karma Temple, or even just learning about the various tribes, the brutes are the big guys of the junkyard. They are the de facto strongest tribe. Yeah, and that's actually something I haven't had a chance to talk about. What the heck was that Sera did? She just screamed and everybody keeled over in pain. She almost got herself splattered into that canyon, but I guess thankfully Bat caught her and then Cielo saved her. Heat is weirdly devoted to her. Now, like I said, we do actually have more business in the castle, but for right now, I want to head back to a vendor so that we can load off some of our cells and hopefully get some good new items, as well as just having more money for mantras. Now, whenever I do shopping, I like to go to Svadhisthana because the terminal is right there and you don't have to worry about getting into encounters. The same is true as far as encounters goes for Malahara, but the vendor is just way farther from the entrance, so I kind of consider Svadhisthana one of my main bases of operation when it just comes to shopping. So, I actually do have a clarification to make about the price of cells. I had thought that the maximum solar noise didn't affect it nearly as much as I thought it did. It actually does, but the price actually goes slightly upward as the solar noise rises, hitting its maximum at max solar noise, and that actually is an extra 50% over its base cell value. So yeah, I was not wrong about that, just the guides I were reading did not properly get that point across. Remember, the Jack cell, that actually sells for more at minimum noise, so we're not going to sell that right now. After all, 24,000, that's way preferable to just 16,000. And I don't think there's any ways to get any more Jack cells. I don't think the Jack bros actually drop them. Now, I'm just going to back out to see if we unlock the next tier of items, because there's actually a pretty important item in the next set that we unlock. Yes! Got the cell bonus. Graven Shard was added. That is not the item I was talking about. Chakra Pot? Nah, I'm never going to buy those. But Astoma Sprays, now those are very useful. Those are the repels of the game. And the way Astoma Sprays work, until the next solar, okay, starting from minimum solar noise to maximum solar noise back to minimum solar noise, that's how long an Astoma Spray works, a full cycle. So we can actually go for quite a while with reduced encounters. The way it works is that whenever you would normally get into an encounter, the game pulls what encounter you'd get into, checks the highest level demon against your highest leveled party member, and if you exceed the level of that demon by a certain amount, you don't get an encounter. For the most part, what this means is after you finish a dungeon, if you set an Astoma Spray, you should not get into any encounters. So we'll buy 10 of those just so I have them. The Graven Shard is essentially a reusable diorama spell, or maybe a dia spell. It's not that good, not worth the 50,000. So we'll just pass on that for now. Could also buy some new ammunition, but nah, I just don't consider that a good investment of money. Now, like I said, we actually do have some more business at the coordinate 136. Yeah, Heat is not exactly the charismatic type. Alrighty. Now, back in the coordinate 136, you may remember that there is a bunch of treasure that I decided to pass on because I did not consider it a worthwhile expenditure of time to do it on camera. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to set an Astoma Spray and just much more freely roam the area and actually get treasure at our leisure without getting attacked constantly. So let's just pop that real quick. But you may notice something a little different here. We got a couple Pyro Jacks and a giant treasure chest. Yep, if I can talk to him. Well, well, it's the treasure chest, honestly. Look at it. No, well, we'll just get on with the point. New king? What? Where is the key? Okay, sounds easy enough to me. Alright, sounds good. Let's go look for the key. So that's the new side quest that unlocks as soon as you finish this area. We can find the key and meet the king of the Jack Brothers. I wonder who that could be. Now, there are numerous... Oh, well, looks like we're not quite strong enough to completely avoid everything yet, but oh well. As you can see, Cielo will help us make quick work of these guys with his powerful Mazionga spell. But yes, that is the way this will work, is we just have to go around and find demons who have keys. There are a lot of dummy keys and one correct key that we can get. Speaking of Zeo spells, Surf is up to the next tier of Zeo. We're gonna have to start getting everybody else up to tier 2 magic so we can keep using combo magic. Should not be too hard. Let's just get into the save point and recover and set some new mantras. So I'm just going to spoil something a little bit. In the next dungeon, the only characters we'll be able to use are Gale and Cielo, which is why I want to focus on powering them up right now. Heat and Argilla will be leaving the party, and you know what that means. If we can get them a nice expensive mantra that gets them really good skills, when they come back, they'll have that mastered without having to spend any time getting the AP for it. Actually not as useful in this situation as it was for Heat previously, getting Holy Beast really early, because at this point the AP we get from demons starts to spike upward a little bit, and we learn the tier 3 skills a lot faster, or rather the tier 3 mantras with the tier 2 skills a lot faster. Speaking of which, just gotta get this last one set for Surf. Let's see, Cielo, let's get to him. So yeah, Cielo right now is set on the Elect line. What I want him to pursue is boosting magic as well as debuffing magic, which he is decently along already. And let's see, maybe death magic after a certain point. I will need to get up there for one mantra that I want to get. But for right now, let's set him on Karma, as that will get him some really handy buffs, as you can see. Rakukaja, the defense increasing buff, and Tsukukaja, the accuracy and evasion increasing buff. Let's see. Heat. Yeah, he's maxed out. We will have him work on... yeah, we'll go with Demon Lord. Argilla. She hasn't maxed out hers yet, and Gale, what we want him to do, we'll have him work on Demon Beast. There we go. Alright, let's get to work on getting some of that treasure, and then I'll probably save after I've collected about half of what I want. So, let's head on in and go back to the portrait maze. Alright, so first off, first thing we want to get... stupid ailments. One thing to note about Cielo's ailment weakness, there are certain skills that actually don't trigger it. For instance, in that fight, the Thoth actually used Vanity, which just hits your party with random ailments. That does actually not trigger Cielo's ailment weakness. So it really is not as much of a setback as you might think in many cases. Now, I believe the portrait trap that I want to take is this one. No, not this one. This one. Alrighty, let's grab the node right here. And we get a chakra pot for our efforts on that one. And let's get another skeleton pun. That wasn't much of a pun. I'll give that one a 3 out of 10. Alright, so the basement area of the prison is just one long winding tunnel. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut ahead to when we're at the next portrait trap that I want to be on, and I will just drop in there and collect the treasure. So meet you there. Alright, here we are at the next portrait trap we want to be at. We are just in the back corner of the left side. Let's head on into this one. This one has a treasure that I'll actually appreciate very much at this moment. As you can see, we got an ammo node here. Just open that up, and we get a quantum cell. Definitely need money, so I appreciate that a lot. Let's get another skeleton pun. This is taking me back to getting the puns in Omori. But that is something we'll reminisce on another time. I will get us to the next trap. Alright, we're at the next trap we want to be at, actually very close to the previous one. Let's step in front of this red portrait. Why are you doing this to us, evil prince? We've already delivered the good prince's message of love. I guess we wouldn't be able to get this treasure if he didn't allow this. And for this final node, we get an MP noise, and of course the more important thing, a skeleton pun. You shouldn't even be able to speak. Alright, I'll meet you at the next area where we have some treasure to grab. Alright, our next bit of treasure is in this area that I didn't fully explore when we broke the wall. I'm also realizing I might have misjudged how quickly the Estoma sprays will actually work out for you. I've been getting into quite a few encounters despite the fact that I have one set up. Like right now. It's okay though. You know, I forgot to check to make sure that Cielo had Null Panic set. I will do that after this battle. Fortunately, we still have the fire boosted Aguilau, so not as big a threat as it could be. Let's just panic this guy. Just in case. Yeah. So this was probably the best. Yep, or you could just power on through it. You know what, you deserve accolades for that, buddy. If that's gonna help you. There we go. Good stuff, Surf, good stuff. Alright, let's just quickly set Cielo with Null Panic, since he should have, or he does not. Okay, never mind. Well, we'll just risk it. I'm not too concerned with it. Or, you know what. Gale, you can take a... No, not Heat. Boy, I am very stupid. Gale, you can take a power nap for a little bit. We'll bring Argilla in. She is the safest to have there, although not the strongest. Now let's check out that other hallway. As you can see, this room also has an identical layout to the field hunt. So I guess if you want to get a feel for it without actually having to cancel a dialogue prompt, you can explore this room. There we go, magic mirrors, always handy. I will meet you at the next spot for treasure. Alright, here we are in the final spot where I passed over some treasure, so we don't want to take this one. I believe, yes, it is this one that will take us to the lower back corner. Every coaster except the one with the good prints on it will take you to a treasure. And I believe, if my memory is not failing me, this is also the one that contains who we're looking for to get the correct key. Yes, it is. All right. Let's check out this node first. Oh, hey, Oimoikane. Well, let's see if we get lucky today. I sincerely doubt it, all truth told, but hey, you never know. Okay. So he has an extremely high chance of running away once Surf is in human form, but we'll go for Tarukaja just because it's the one thing that could potentially help us. Hey, got the critical. Not that it really helped. We'll just taunt him to lower his defense, I guess. Yeah, no good there. Would have been nice, would have put us quite ahead on Maka and experience, but oh well. And here we got the nerve shot. Well, that actually would have been handy in that fight right there, because that is much better ammo than what I have on Surf currently. 64 compared to his 24 attack power. Oh well. Anyway, let's talk to this lovely lady here. No, I wasn't watching. No. I was just here to admire. Oh. Well, that broke down very quickly. Such a pretty fairy. She's very crass. Anyway, Titania nulls a lot of things. Okay, so how about that? No, looks like magic is just completely out of the question for her. Let's see here. Oh, I'm trying to think here. What would be good to do? Let's deploy heat. A little risky because she uses fire magic on occasion, but I think we can manage. Let's just have him punch. And we'll have Cielo buff up our physical attack so we can slap her harder. That's inconvenient, but I think we can manage. Just do that. There we go. And we'll start going in for attacks. Yeah, here's where, ooh boy, that is some nasty damage right there. Luckily, we have Surf to heal off some of the damage. Ow, there's where Secunda kicks in. And it's just gonna keep kicking in. This is gonna get a little nasty really quick. Let's see here. Yeah, unfortunately, she just nulls basically all types of magic except Terra, I believe. So we're just gonna have to run a risk of missing. Yeah. But hey, keep using that on Surf. It does not affect him in the slightest. Yeah, Titania is actually an endgame enemy, so this can be a potentially very dangerous fight. I got a little lucky there. If she just kept spamming Maragidine, we would have been in some serious trouble. It is actually very fortunate that we got a Theory Cell there, because that sells for a ton of money at this stage of the game. So, good on us. Alright, there's one more bit of treasure for us to get, so I will meet you back in the coaster room. Actually, wait, no, I'll show this off real quick. We've got a new kind of wall. I don't believe we've seen this kind yet. The red wall. Yeah, well, given the pattern so far, we need a red key to break through that red wall. And I haven't really drawn attention to this, but a lot of the doors, when you pass through them, they just disappear on you. I think I made mention of that once in passing, but we haven't actually stopped to look back at it. Oh, well, what do you know? We're actually right... The coaster room. The comedic timing of random encounters never ceases. let's just get everybody back in. Do some healing, and I need to give Cielo some chakra drops real quick. Or a chakra drop, just in case. Maybe not use multiples. Alright, the last coaster that we have not taken. There's another treasure up here, and there will actually be another key bearer up here, or key holder, or however you want to refer to them. There goes that one again. Now, there are actually more keys throughout this place than the sugar key that I collected, but I'm not going to bother collecting any of them because they are all dud keys. And oh, we got another encounter here. Once you've collected the sugar key, Pyrojack will just take that one immediately and use it, so you don't even get to see the... Ah, this is unfortunate. Ugh. Well, this should do us pretty good at least. Yeah, and we'll have Argilla use Medea, just heal off some of that damage. Yeah, Medea nowhere near as strong as when Surf uses it. Argilla just does not have the magic for that. But, for defeating these guys, these are actually just enemies from the next area. They're not endgame enemies like Titania was. Get a medical kit, very nice. Probably not worth the effort, but hey, some money too. But yes, this guy will give us a key if we bother going through his dialogue, but I don't feel like going through it, and it's not terribly interesting. All of these are basically red herrings, and they're just there to waste your time. The other node that we've got here is a luck noise, and that is quite good. Let's just hit Surf with that real quick. Mitigate our chances of getting ambushed a little bit. Alright. Well, it hasn't been helping too much, but let's throw on another Astoma spray, and we'll actually see the fruits of our labor for getting the sugar key in the next video. For now, let's just head on back. Go down these long and winding hallways and long and winding staircases, and get to a save point. I somehow hate ambushes in this game more than I hate them in Nocturne, and in Nocturne, the way I play it, they're essentially a game... Why do I keep putting heat in? They're essentially a game over whenever you get... Oh my god! I guess I just got heat on the brain today, probably because it's so hot out in my area. We all need a little bit of hijinks in our Let's Play to keep them entertaining, don't we? Okay, let's get on to that save point. This video's actually been going for a while. The raw video is 54 minutes currently. Man, I forgot how unbearably weak Tier 1 magic is by this point in the game. Okay, we are finally at our save point. Got a couple things to do here, just get some mantras going for the characters who have already mastered theirs, so let's review. Okay, just Argilla and Gale. Rather ironic, given that they weren't ones in the party. You know what? Yeah, let's have Argilla work on Mitama. We won't have Gale work on that, since he will be in the active party for the whole area coming up. And you know what? Since Argilla's ducking out, we're going to want some more healing to go around, so we'll have Gale work on that too. Probably have Cielo work on that at some point. Actually, Cielo does not have Devour mastered at this point. And probably would be a good idea to get him set on Battle Demon also, so I'll probably switch him off Karma to do that when I do my mantra grinding, which I will probably do off-screen after this video is finished rendering. But that will be for later, for both for me and for you. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.